Hello and welcome to the Weddings, Home or Abroad CD Rom. What I'd like to do is just take you through some of the main elements that you're going to find on the CD. Now if you're planning a wedding or if you have a wedding in progress that you need to make stationery for, then you're going to find everything you need on this particular CD. What I'd like to do now is just run through the elements that you'll find and talk you through some of the different combinations. So let's start with the wedding cards. If I click onto that, you'll see the major change on this CD is that we now have landscape and portrait in various sizes. We have A5, we have DL, we have A6, and we have a quarter A4, and we have our square format as well, both in landscape and portrait. And also uniquely to this one, we have a section dedicated to the engagement cards as well. So let me just run you through how this all works. Let's for example take our A6 portrait. Click onto the menu and up come our secondary menu pages, and here we can see we've got 4 different elements that we can choose from, 4 sections. If I just click onto section 1, you'll see the choice of cards become available to you. In each set of papers we have 7 images. Now this one veers a little bit more towards the roses, because we found that people were saying that they really enjoyed the roses backing papers, but there is still a lovely broad cross section. Now if I click on, you can see here that we get the element, we get the picture within a frame on our backing paper there, and again this type is text editable, but unlike at the previous CD, this one now is editable both in colour, style and size as well. So you'll simply click onto the type to highlight it, and then you can now actually change all of the elements on it. If you use the Control E key, I go Control E, you'll then be able to access the different scripts and point sizes there. That's the Control E key if you're using the PC. So we do have a lovely broad range of cards and lovely selection to choose from, all of the sizes, and these differ from the original wedding CD. So this one both complements and enhances the original CD and just takes it to another stage, little stage further. We've got, as I mentioned, the engagement card, and here are some pre-designed engagement cards for you just to begin the whole ceremony and process. And returning now, we go back to the main menu. I've included a range of backing papers for you so that you can now choose to design your own cards if you wish to as well, using the A5 backing papers. So you have a choice of these. Some of the papers have been bought on over from the original wedding CD-ROM as well. By and large, you're going to get a lot of new content on this one. The stationery section again has save the date cards, RSVP, order of service, place names, menu and thank you cards as well. If you go to the RSVP, as we can see now, you simply click onto it and you can put in your own details, the bride and groom's name, and of course there's a space here for the people to write in their name when replying to you. We also now have inserts text editable. As we can see, they will match the card sizes. So we have A5, A6, 130mm square, the DL and the quarter A4, both in portrait and landscape. These come in 2 flavours as it were. We've kept with the floral theme here, and we can see we have the roses. And the type again is text editable. So you can use your invitation text here and just put in your own details, but you could change the colour and the style if you so wished. As we said, those come in both landscape and portrait, so you do have a wider variety of choice with the cards. And if you go to the different font styles, you can see this will give you an indication of what the different font will look like when it's printed. We've chosen these as we feel that they're the best sort of looking typefaces to go with the cards, but of course you can use whatever's on your computer, but these come pre-installed here for you to use. On the weddings abroad, if we go and change and have a look at that, we can now see that we've got the 3 main destinations that most ceremonies take place abroad. We have Vegas, tropical and Mediterranean, and these come in A5 and A6 cards. So if I say go to the A6, we can see we get a selection of cards here to give you an overall theme of what's going to happen with your wedding. And again, it's all text editable. You can change the text, the colour and the size of it. These are what we call a serving suggestion for you. Hit the return key and you can see that we have a different selection in here, both in the A5 and the A6 for you. Going to the tropical, and if I click onto that, again you've got beautiful images which can be used to create the invitation cards. And going now to look at the Mediterranean, we can see again these are generic images just to give an overview of the sort of feel for the places which people may be getting married somewhere within the Mediterranean. And of course, just to reiterate, the text again is all editable for you. So the abroad section is there to really help when you have a wedding ceremony that's going to take place abroad. Perhaps only a few people can go, and then of course you have the main ceremony usually when you come back home, to include all the people that couldn't make it. Just to help you with this, there's a selection of backing papers as well, which you will find, I hope, useful when you're creating other stationery or to create your own cards. So we've got sand, we've got a very pale image of the Mediterranean, and we've got our tropical trees as well. So that's just added to help you with there. And we have the card inserts, both A5 and A6, which you can use to put in your cards. And once again, these are text editable. Now we have our boxes and envelopes. This is a template system, so you'll print out your backing paper on one side, then print this through, follow the instructions, and print the paper of your choice on the other side, and simply cut out to construct them. We have all the sizes to match the cards, and last but not least we have a range of images here which you can use to create your cards with as well. So you can choose these and work with these if you want to create your own selection for the wedding. So overall you have a complete wedding CD in its own right that builds up on the original wedding CD and takes it a little bit further in the respect of the actual cards, the way that we now have the different shapes that are available, both landscape and portrait, as well as introducing a range of new backing papers in there as well. And we also have the engagement card. And last but not least, if you have any problems, don't forget you can always go to the help menu, and that will bring up a range of topics to help you should you have any problems. I hope that answers some of the questions for you, and thank you for watching.